Hello and welcome to another episode of your official, unsanctioned Bachelor-Adjacent podcast. Do we make you thorny? I am one of your hosts, Matt, and I have just won a 4-3 overtime game of Rocket League.
Oh,
nicely
gaming,
done.
bud.
Gaming.
Gaming.
My name's John. I'm currently playing Night Fever in Fall Guys Season 2 right now.
Wait, we told you not to start another round.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna
And
do
I
that.
didn't fucking listen. I'm about to qualify. Oh, no! Oh,
That
fuck.
sucks shit, loser.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
Get good.
That's what you get, dingus.
Can you introduce yourself?
I'm playing Hyrule Warriors Calamity. No,
You can't yell
No,
at me
you
for playing.
cannot be
You're also
playing
playing games.
Oh,
here it is. Listen.
Also, that's not your name. Ah.
This is great content, guys.
and I actually
got
did
disconnected
just
from
get
the server. Are you guys happy?
another-
What happened?
Happy about what?
I got DC'd from the server. You guys happy?
I am happy.
Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
great.
I am very happy.
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome. Boys,
Wonderful.
we have much to discuss.
No, we don't.
Put your games away.
We don't.
Just
We don't.
before we discuss this, I do have one thing to discuss with you. Jen did text me and ask if I want to play Among Us at 10:15 with her and my mom.
Can I please join? Can I
would-
please, for the
Can
love
it
of
just
God,
be, can it
join?
be the five of us, just the three of us, Jen and your mom? I would be so happy. That would be so special.
I really want to be there for this.
I do
We'll-
too.
we'll,
see. We'll see
we'll
what
see what
happens.
goes on.
We'll see what happens.
All right, let's see how fast we get through this bullshit, and then
All
let's talk
So-
about playing Among Us.
So that was some episode last night, huh, guys?
Was it? Because I thought it was the worst episode in the history of the franchise, from what I've ever seen.
I mean, that's some episode, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. That's a good point.
It
Makes
is
an
a
impact.
landmark.
Some episode.
It is a landmark episode.
It was the
Man.
worst
Oh my God.
episode ever. I wasted. Excuse
It was
me.
Definitely it was definitely an atrocity.
I wasted 2 whole ass hours on that one. That was
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah, that's on us.
Yeah.
That is on us.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's also on ABC and it's on Claire and it's on anyone that peddles this thinking it's a good fucking
It's
idea.
mostly
Because
on
it's
Claire.
it's such a disaster. Like it's not
Because
even
I don't
edited.
think-
Like usually we praise the editors of this show for making it either good or bad and giving and like letting us see the show that they want us to see.
Mhm.
But it's just so hard to watch. It's just 2 very uncomfortable hours. It's like watching The Office, but without like the Jim face. You know what I mean? Like it's just 2 hours of just
Kinda.
cringe.
I feel like
whatever.
Chris Harrison is our resident Jim face because he keeps coming out of the shadows to Claire and being like, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that one more time for me because I'm just having trouble understanding. Did you say fiance? So
Yeah, he did drop
Oh.
that line.
Oh,
So let's get into the recap here. How did this one start off? Can someone please?
This one started off with Yosef.
It starts off at the cocktail hour right before the rose ceremony that we didn't
it
get
pretty much
last
picks
episode.
up right where it left off.
Yeah, and Yosef is complaining to the group still about the strip dodgeball
Oh, yeah, the strip
situation
dodgeball.
from the last group date. And so it starts with his confrontation with Claire, and it sucks. It's a shitty display.
It definitely sucked. He definitely.
Oh,
had,
okay, yeah.
I'm not really sure where he came off, turning around and being like, calling her classless, saying that what kind of example are you trying to set for my daughter? I could never agree to this. How could you do this?
He mentioned his daughter 3 times, and I would be
Yeah.
remiss to not mention that I got kid points 3 different times.
I mean, I'm happy for you for your kid points.
Very early on in the date.
The
it's
highlight of
very
this
nice.
interaction was when he was storming off, and the rest of the guys are trying to be like, "Oh, what's going on?" And he kind of turns to the group and just goes, "You know what? She's all yours now, guys." And you just hear someone go, "I bet." Like from off, you don't even
Yeah,
see like from off camera.
Let's dive into let's dive into the actual date, like not the date, not this
Well,
interaction.
this is
because-
right before this is the whole thing, right?
Well, the theme of this episode, I think, is doing too much. I think the
Okay.
theme of this episode is just doing too fucking much. And it starts off with Yosef who actually makes a pretty valid point in that, hey, you're fucking 39 and you're making these guys run around naked. Like, that's kind of weird. Like, you want to be respected for being mature and being like, is it respected and mature and just like ready for like a real relationship, and this is the group date. Like, this is kind of like fucked up. But he didn't know when to shut up.
It was definitely stupid. Like, we can
Yeah,
all
But
agree
he
that
came
that
at it-
date was dumb as
he-
shit.
He came at it like a men's rights activist, where he was like,
Yeah,
"How
no,
dare you
no, he did not do
degrade
it.
these fine young boys?" Like, I would never do this. And she's like, "I didn't ask you to do this," which is a great point. He's like, "I would never do that if you asked me." And she said, "Well, I didn't ask you." And then he just didn't know what to say. So he kept on circling back
That's why you
to.
weren't on the fucking date, is what she
He
said.
called
which I
it
thought was probably the
classless.
best.
He called it an atrocity.
Yeah.
He called it so many things.
But
Which
he
really
used the
all it
word
was
multiple
a
times.
couple guys went dicks out, and that'll happen sometimes.
That'll
But he was
happen
very
sometimes.
angry about it.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing dicks.
Classless. This is classless, Tony.
Oh, we're still on that on.
Yeah, it's
but,
never gonna, it never ends.
But the thing is, if you want to make a
Be
point,
free, be free.
you just leave. Because if his whole
You could
if
leave
his whole
without
hang
being a
up
piece of
is
shit about it.
setting an example for his daughter, and I'm doing air quotes, like setting an example, right?
This is where we need video.
You set the example by leaving, then go home and then explain to your daughter why
Yeah,
you
go be a
left.
parent. Be like, I left
Don't,
because
but
this is
don't be
why.
a fucking weirdo for like. She said it was like 20 minutes that he was like
I mean,
attempting
he
to
seemed
chew
to,
her
he,
out.
he definitely was ranting. We saw a few
No, I
minutes.
think he was
really
also
just-
drunk.
And the part
I'm
and the
sure.
part that got really bad
all
was
drunk.
when she wanted to chime in, and he said, no, I'm not done. And she was like, oh no, you are so done.
Oh,
actually,
yeah, yeah.
'cause
I
you've
mean,
been
that
talking
was,
for 20 minutes,
yeah.
and I get
And
the
here's
point,
the
and it's
thing
time to shut up.
also, the thing about that interruption too was that he was talking about leaving his daughter at home. He was like, I haven't seen my daughter in a month. And
Yeah.
Claire said, oh, I know the feeling. My mother's dying. And he said, please let me finish.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Did you catch that?
Yes,
No.
yes,
No, I didn't.
that
But,
did
oh,
happen.
my God.
that did happen. Yes,
She
oh, I
literally
caught that.
said, I know
100%, it was
how you're
actually
feeling. My
terrible.
mother is currently dying. And he said, no.
No. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's
he
like-
did. Absolutely. 100%. It
Did
was
you say-
horrible.
What you're saying
This
is he
was-
pulled a Kanye.
It was never about anyone else in the house. It was about how he was feeling,
Oh, yeah.
which is just a good indication in like as to how I guess the rest of their relationship would be, which
Most
is
certainly.
just making
Not
sure
good.
like micromanaging his whole situation, which is
Which
right.
is whatever.
not great,
Whatever
but
that
he's gone
is.
now, so
So
But
he
it
didn't
sucked.
really. He could have made the point and said, because of that, I'm out, and it would have been fine. But because he just continued
Yeah,
to put his
he was
foot
a-
on the gas,
He was
and
a scumbag
not
about it.
relent on it, it wouldn't end. So it was time for Joseph to go. I took a point hit on that one for sure, but it was fine. I knew he was going to
Got
be center of
kicked once,
drama,
though.
but I didn't think he would be gone after one more episode.
Yeah. And then we move on to rose
we
ceremony.
got points for the kid mentions, which is
And we move on to
something.
rose ceremony, Donnie, because
all
she
of us-
canceled the cocktail
Yeah,
party.
she cancels the rest of the night and says, Yosef made me sad. I'm just going to send a bunch of people home and call it a day.
I'm gonna ex murder a bunch of you.
But
So-
and none of those people matter because none of them were on our teams except for Yosef.
We all made it
Yeah,
through.
we all made it through. Thank God.
Everyone else made it through. I had an early rose with Blake from the other night, and
I had one with, from
Jay
Riley.
and Jay got
Nice.
me a rose in this.
Yeah, and
Excuse me,
Kenny.
in this.
As soon as I remember, I wrote in group chat, I was like, "Man, Kenny's the last one. I hope he makes it." And I think he was the last rose of the night. And I was like, "Yeah, we're in this bitch."
We are in this bitch, and
Did
So
you,
next up
did you
is-
redraft,
yeah.
John?
I think you.
yeah,
picked
I went with
right?
Jordan.
Yeah.
I picked Jordan. Yes, I thought I don't know
Yeah,
why, but I got a good vibe from Jordan. He's like one of the likable ones. There's like a few likable guys
Glasses?
this season, which yes, glasses, skinny with glasses. Like him and Bennett, like I feel like I kind of really like, and we'll talk a lot more on Bennett later because he has
Bennett
he
skyrocketed on my
has
chart.
some great moments in this episode that are just top notch. But
Yeah,
But
he
yeah,
hasn't
I
taken a
just
shit.
I don't
That's good
know.
stuff.
The surprising thing about this season is that you really don't get a lot. Like this early on, there's really a hard time to like any of these guys or any of the contestants, I should say. But
Yeah.
for some reason, I'm finding a couple of these guys actually to be likable, and maybe that's because Claire is so unlikable that I'm comparing. But
Which
it's
Jordan did you pick up?
there's multiple because
There's
fuck
two: Jordan C and Jordan
There's two?
M.
Jordan C. I got Jordan C.
Okay.
The one with glasses.
Yeah, okay,
right?
that's that. Yeah, that's C. 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 Jordan C. Okay, cool.
C. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Easy's another one
have
that's really
said,
growing on me. He's been just slaying it.
I don't remember which house it was. It might have been I don't know whose season it was, but I remember in the past we've said that it would be cool to spend a couple more episodes in episode 1 territory with the house and just watching everybody get along for the brief while
and,
that they
and
do.
we kind of are.
And I feel like we are
kind of
getting more of that this season because really they all have like one contestant to go up against. So
yeah.
everyone, I feel like it's just having a good time hanging in the meantime.
Because
the words bro down have been used
Yeah.
against them, which I think is like super chill.
It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
no, it's been great. It's been really great.
They came to hang hard.
So on to our first group date, which was, what was that again?
Nothing, because it got canceled.
Yeah,
The first
the group
group
date
date?
got canceled.
Oh, right, because
in
she spent
place
so much
of
time
a-
talking to that girl, talking to her friend, right?
Oh yeah, she was speaking to I forgot, it was someone
Deanna.
from 4 of the Bachelorette.
I think it was Deanna.
It was someone I've never seen before, or if I have seen, I don't remember them. But her name was Deanna, yeah, or Deanna, and she was I think she was a contestant on season 4, or she was the Bachelorette on season 4, I should say.
Right.
Yeah, she got married and had a family through this franchise. So
Oh, she's one of the ones that stayed together.
yeah,
Oh, good for her.
For the
so
kid.
that's why it was
the
significant for
kids?
her to come, is because she was around the same. I think she's had the same tenure or something close as Claire
Yeah.
with this franchise, and since
Yeah.
the system has worked for her, it's
Yeah.
it's probably
T
as
to
good
P,
a time
baby.
as any
T
to
to
have her
P.
make a cameo appearance.
So the entire conversation between her, Claire and Deanna was basically about how much she likes Dale,
Right?
which again is
We know.
which is another fucking theme. Yeah, and it's
And
it's
here's the first egregious Dale offense of the episode, because this whole episode is exactly just that. She kept his ripped pants and she smelled them, and her friends smelled them.
That I missed
Like-
that. That's nuts.
so either
That's messed up.
so I either re-
I
I
disagree
either
with
repressed this. I either repressed this memory, or
You
I saw
repressed
it and forgot it.
You
Do you
repressed
remember
the shit out of
love
this memory.
languages date from last episode?
Yes, I remember that.
When they were all running back to their rooms to get gifts, Dale ripped like the leg of his pants, and the guys were like joking about it when he was running by. Those pants
Okay.
came back this episode. Claire said that she asked to keep
We
them,
love
and
a
she was
recurring
just
character.
What?
smelling them.
There's something
What?
wrong with her.
She's
out of
known
her
him for
mind, dude.
presumably
She's supposed to.
24 hours.
She's supposed to have only have met him 2 days ago.
But this is the first instance of her like being giddy to the point of like.
I don't think this is the
It-
first instance.
it-
I think you watch all her interactions with him. She's always just like,
But this is officially the first time it equates to like like a 13-year-old.
yeah. Oh,
Like-
it does. Oh,
like a high
middle
school-
school. No,
middle school crush.
Middle school. It's middle school. It's not even high school.
She says later in the episode, "Oh my God, Dale's wearing a hat today. He looks so cute."
Yeah,
Like-
middle school.
That's
Middle
absolutely-
school.
Dear diary, Dale is wearing a hat
Yeah,
and a Breaking Benjamin T-shirt.
dear America.
So she
it was
spends.
bad.
She takes way too much time talking to her friend or whatever, and then cancels the date, and then goes to, we're just gonna do a long cocktail party, and then proceeds to spend half of that cocktail party making out with Dale.
But let's not skip over the fact that before that that interaction with Dale,
The second
he
one when he
says
got lost.
he says, "Hey guys, let me go first. I just want to have like a quick 5 minutes with her. I just want to, everyone to respect each other's time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I just so if I could go first, that would be great." And everyone was like, "Yeah, man, whatever. Sounds good." And he proceeded to spend 45 minutes with her,
macking it,
and yeah,
Exclusively,
entire-
man.
just macking it.
exclusively macking. Yep,
Teed it up,
hard body.
send it home.
He was
Whole
in there
sentence.
so long that I think who got up to go get him? Was it Easy?
I might
It
have
was
been
because
easy.
I got steal time points. He
Oh,
got up
right.
and said, "Let me go check on him." Knocked on the door, and then they're on the other side giggling, going, "Oh my god, okay, I better put my jacket back on." Oh, okay. Do you want to go into the door? Should I hide under the bed? Like it is
Yeah,
super.
like they got caught
like
doing the wrong thing.
yeah, and this is again where it circles back to like a middle school, high school situation. It's just so weird. I don't know. I think it's because also they're both mature adults, but it's just they're not owning
Are
the
they?
fact that
Are
they're
they?
being weirdos.
He
Own
was.
it. If
He
you're gonna
was
be a
a.
fucking weirdo, own it.
He
but
was a
they're not
Party
owning
City
it.
model. Is he? Does he really know what's
Let
going
me
on?
see.
Does he really know what the fuck? Does he have any clue what he's doing? No.
Does he
Totally
even
no
know who
clue.
he is?
Are
He's
you
been
not
there for all-
entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Taco, a knight, Tony Stark,
Sexy pirate.
sexy pirate.
So we go through the progression of the date, and people are stealing time, and someone confronted Dale like, "Yo, what the actual fuck, man? Like, what's up?"
What
But-
the f, dude?
Yeah, but Jay gets time, and who interrupts Jay's time? But Dale again.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! And I hate this because he walks in. He's like, oh no, you know what? I'll respect it. It's cool. And she's like, what? What's wrong? And completely negates the fact that there is another person in that room right now. And it's just like,
you.
yeah, and it's just like, and he's like, nah, I was just like lost, and I was just like exploring
Claire
or whatever.
encourages
I
him
didn't know anyone
to
was
steal
here.
Jay's
Yeah.
time.
Oh, you want to come over? And looks right at Jay and goes, well, it was great talking to you. And then they proceed to go
Yeah.
back to making out against the wall.
Really rough.
Oh,
Like,
so wait,
not
was it
good
Jay
stuff.
first, and it was right? It was Easy the second time, wasn't it?
No, I think Riley came in. No,
It was the
Jason?
ice cream man, right?
Jay was first. He interrupted
jacket
ice cream.
guy?
He interrupted ice cream.
Okay.
Right, and then I think Easy comes the second time, and this is when
I
we
think
get
it
a
was
great. Was it? I don't know, but anyway, the second time is when we get a really great shot of Dale just trying to just really just side shuffle, and just like hide his little pocket tent that he's got going on, and just
Yeah,
like,
he
would
had
100%
full boner.
slink
Shielded
out the
the boner,
door.
yeah.
Oh yeah, against the
He
wall,
was
and just
doing the
kept
boner
kept
shuffle.
looking at the camera,
for
smiling.
anybody who watched Hubie Halloween, he was hiding his mistake.
God.
Because
Wait,
that's
is it-
that's
it's Hubie. It's Hubie. It's not Hubby.
Hubert.
It's Hubie.
Like I guess like Hubert.
yeah,
Not
it's
hubby
Hubie.
like he's getting married.
Not Hubby
Hubie
like my
Halloween.
cute husband.
No.
Mm.
No, my cute husband.
Okay.
My cute
Anyway,
Anyway, sorry. So I was talking about Netflix's great movie, Hubie Halloween.
Yeah, don't-
well,
sorry,
everyone has
Netflix's
to watch
great
it.
movie
It's-
Uncut Gems was probably
it's
way
very
better than that
okay if
movie,
you don't
but
watch
anyway.
it.
It's very okay if you don't watch it, but you should definitely see Uncut Gems if you haven't.
Oh, Uncut Gems.
I haven't seen
1000%.
that either, but I
Watch
did
it.
watch The Polka King with Jack Black, so
Okay.
And you've seen
Same
you've seen the
energy.
one important
Same
scene where it's a
energy.
close up on his face. And you've seen the one important
Jack
scene from
Black
Uncut
does
Gems.
have a scene where it closes up on his face and he says, "I'm gonna polka."
I'm gonna polka.
Yeah, in that scene, Adam Sandler is cutting open a fish that a giant like gem from some country in Africa has been hidden in, and he close ups on his face and he says, "Holy shit, I'm gonna come!" And it's probably the best moment in cinema history, without a doubt. It's absolute gold.
My
That
only
then in
regret
there,
is
they
it's
should-
not '90s Adam Sandler.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come!
So sorry to interrupt.
My cum. You got a ladder in here? What the fuck were we talking about?
Dale having
so
a
there-
boner.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and then so he slinks out of the room
We having a
while
meeting.
looking back at the camera, fucking pervert.
Yeah.
But then we cut to she runs over and sits down and goes, "Well, there's a rose here," and every guy is like, "Yeah." And she kind of looks around. She kind of looks around like she's thinking about it, and everyone's just like, everyone is looking at Dale but her. She's looking at everyone else, and everyone's looking at Dale. And then she just goes,
Yeah, it's like,
Dale?
just give him the
Yeah,
fuck rose so we
yeah.
can go home, please. Thank you.
And every interaction he's had on camera with the guys this night also has been him, like, still giggling and looking at the ground, not making eye contact, and saying like, "It's just funny. Like we got
Yeah.
in there, and it was just so funny." And
I was just coming back from the bathroom.
don't even
and,
worry.
You know,
Yeah, and she was there. We
and
ran
it's like,
into
oh,
each
what,
other
you
as if she's
tripped,
gonna
fell?
have a free moment. Yeah, we
Yeah.
just ran into each other.
You
and,
you
it was
just
so
tripped and
funny.
fell into her face. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's,
What do you mean it just happened? What the fuck are you talking
And then,
about?
but they are. This brings us.
Again,
I
like,
think
they're
it's
not
the next
12.
day.
That's how they're acting. They're literally acting like they're 12 years old. It's nuts.
Yeah. So he gets the rose, and then it brings us to like the on camera like one-on-ones where they're all like, "Yeah, this is we all
fuck Dale,
know
dude."
exactly what is happening."
Right.
Like, and the guys are not excited about being in the house anymore.
I wouldn't be either, frankly.
So
I
let's
wouldn't be
go
from the
solo
start.
date, y'all. Let's go solo date here, y'all, because
Oh yeah, so this is where I was excited.
This is fun.
because Zach
This was great.
Zach gets
I
the
love
solo
this.
date. He's the
This was the most wild
only-
moment of the episode, in my opinion. This was the most wild moment out of a very wild episode. This was the creme de crop. This was
Are you referring to
nuts.
the entire date, or just where the date went absolutely horrible?
The date where the date went absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
All right, so just to set the stage right at the beginning, we haven't gotten much one-on-one time with Zach up until this point. This is Zach J, the
Zach
guy
J.
who brought the ring box that had a butt in it that farted.
I just don't understand.
You couldn't make a better first impression, in my opinion.
I'm pretty sure you could. Dale
But
did.
he was, yeah, he did, huh? So it starts with Zach just saying like, "Yeah, well, this will be good for me because I want to see if we have anything there, and I'm a little high strung, so it would be nice to relax." And conveniently enough, they're going to a day spa, so that's good. But it starts with foot massages, and he's being super weird about having his feet touched, which is fine. But he makes a point about it, and it kind of weirds up the energy. And
Someone
Claire
just-
is like only fixated on how weird the energy is.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then he does a front flip, which is cool. They
Are we gonna
they
talk
go-
about it? Hold on a second. Are we gonna talk about his big giggles?
No,
We're
what?
not gonna talk about his big giggles.
Biggles?
When his big giggles, like, so when they actually start touching his feet, he's incredibly ticklish. That's why he was getting weird. And when they start
Oh,
when
Maybe
they
no,
start
I
I
tuned
touching
this
his,
out because I didn't
part.
want to watch a grown man's feet get touched.
yeah, I
on
mean,
prime time.
right. So like he's just ticklish. So that's why, and she's just like, "What's wrong? Are you ticklish? Are you don't do you?" And she's like egging him on. It was incredible. It was a very weird power dynamic in that scene, and I felt uncomfortable. I was just like,
Yeah.
I
I missed this.
it was
I
very
did
strange.
miss this because
Yeah,
I
and then-
wasn't super.
So
I
because
wasn't.
they
I
scrape
wasn't
your
keen
feet, right? They
on-
scrape the bottom of your feet during a pedicure. So like the bottoms
Mhm.
of his feet are ticklish. So they're scraping his feet, and he's just giggling, and it's uncontrollable. And it just felt like he was very embarrassed. It was probably slightly emasculating for him, especially with the events that unfold shortly after.
Yeah, so then after this, they do like the avocado spread and cucumbers on the eyes, like the classic, like
avocado.
me day kind of situation.
The
And then they
classic
go to a
millennial
pool,
breakfast?
and he does a front.
Oh, he does a flip.
It was a good front
Really?
flip, though.
He threw
Great
a flip.
flip.
Really good.
Great flip.
So
Yeah,
they're hanging
really good
out,
flip.
and
I
then
just-
Claire
I
brings her
felt-
dog,
I
and
felt
then they hang out with the
vindicated.
dog.
I just
What's
felt
up?
I just felt really vindicated when I heard Claire go, "Do a flip," and then he jumped and did a flip.
Felt
Like,
seen.
not many people can stand and deliver like that.
No, he stepped up and flipped.
As if I could ever complete the rotation as a kid and still
He
as an adult, kind
completed
of. I always the first
360.
thing I see behind like my eyeballs in my mind's eye is when I'm doing the front flip, I'm coming around at like the 270-degree mark, and the back of my head just slams.
Yeah. Me too. Every time.
Yeah.
Anytime I've tried
And
to flip into the
I'll
pool.
say that's the reason why I've never done a.
And and like, you know, I had a trampoline as a kid. Anytime I tried to flip, it took me so long to just not land on the back of my neck. And like
I've
this
never
this
completed one.
this guy just kind of does a brisk walk and just does a quick tuck, and just does
Yeah,
a
from
full
walking, it
rotation.
ruled.
He did a
It
flip.
was really good.
So like it just felt really good hearing the words "do a flip" and then seeing a perfectly executed fun flip. I was like, whoa!
yeah.
I was instantly on his team and then instantly off it.
Yeah, so then on a more hard to watch and serious note, then later on after they're spending time in the pool, they're getting out and they're on like the steps leading out of it, and I believe
abrupt,
Claire
though.
goes in for a kiss, but he loses his balance and goes back. So then she thinks he pulled away. So then she pulled away from him, but then to try and like course correct, he physically tried to bring her back
Yeah, he
and
like
force her like
he did like
back into a kiss, which was awful. That
Yeah,
sucked.
kind of hand
And
around
it was
throat
like
moment.
The worst thing he could do.
Yeah.
So
it was
I
he
watched
put his hand like on her neck, and that's just super not good.
I rewatched a video of the what could have been a kiss. He doesn't budge. He doesn't fucking
he
move.
doesn't budge. She pulls. She pulls back because she goes to kiss him and then realizes that she doesn't want to kiss him because he's not Dale.
So
Yeah.
he and the course correct by forcing into a kiss. It was more of like, what's wrong? What happened? What happened? What happened? And
Yeah, that's definitely what it was.
He grabbed her by the neck,
Grabbed
not
her a
like
couple of
forcefully,
times.
but like put his
But
hand
the body
like,
language was
around
there.
her.
Oh yeah.
All the
yeah,
body
It was all-
language
it was bad. Don't get me wrong. It was
John.
it was
It's
really
the
bad.
John, it's the implication.
It wasn't good.
No, it's 100%. I'm not saying it's good at all. I'm not defending it whatsoever. But I'm like trying to like reestablish how bad
This
it was.
fucking guy over here.
Yeah.
Don't cancel me because of this. I'm just saying,
John,
like,
John, you're getting
No,
canceled.
I
bud.
understand. In that it's just like all the body language was wrong, and he was not doing a good job. Though in his brain, he was just trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah,
But he
it
was
wasn't
like
like a- it
physically
wasn't like
trying
a-
to keep her. He was physically trying to keep her in the space to like sort it out.
I
which is-
definitely
Yeah, it
don't
was,
think
like,
he
not
meant her
good, so-
harm. Like I don't think he. I
It
don't
was
think
so
he was
funny
trying to
because
hurt
that
her,
whole
but
date,
wasn't the right message.
this entire date, I was going, "Oh, this poor guy doesn't stand a chance. Oh, he's so nice.
And
oh
now
my
he's
god!"
gone.
And then the second that happened, I went, "I don't like him anymore.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't like
done.
him.
Yeah.
He's done.
I don't want this to happen."
And you
anymore.
just knew. You just knew. Like he's
yeah,
done.
and I mean, this is also keep in mind that Claire has made a point of talking a couple times about her past abusive relationships. I don't know if it was
Right.
physical or emotionally abusive, but all the same, she's made a point of letting everyone know like her history there and what she's coming from and why this is a big deal to her. And then swinging to the first solo date where a guy puts his hand on her neck is to try and
Yeah.
like steer into a kiss, super not good. So
Yeah,
then this
she's super
goes
not
to him
having it.
waiting for her at the dinner afterwards, and Chris Harrison comes in to
And
let him
just
know
goes,
that she is not
sorry, bud.
coming back. Yeah. So
You're
not
done
good.
here.
And then
So he
the other
goes
guys
home.
were
She
at the
sent
house
Chris
talking
Harrison
about
out- She sent Chris Harrison out to break up with him.
Literally. Which
Yeah.
again, I probably a first for Chris Harrison.
So let's talk about how that's the third thing she is either canceled or not shown up to or whatever it's been within the first 2 dates of the show.
Yeah.
It's she.
the first
she
one I
canceled-
stand behind, but the
Yeah, listen.
yeah.
I'm not disagreeing or agreeing.
This
I'm just
fucking
saying.
guy.
Come
John,
on, man.
This is the last thing you do ever. You're getting canceled. You're done.
no.
But it
Take your finger off cancel
You're
button.
done.
I'm not.
You're
No, I agree.
done.
it's actually
I
one of those
agree.
two. It's one of those two key authenticators where Donnie and I have to put our keys in at the same time and like turn.
Turn your
We're,
keys.
yeah, we're both waiting. There's a key card somewhere that we have to crack open and read an alphanumeric code off of to make sure that our orders are synced up.
And it's just a
I've
picture-
seen Hunt for Red
picture
October.
with my face on it. And both my eyes are keyholes.
It's the
my
same
face
picture that I put on my fight stick, John.
Matt, I do agree that this one is 100% warranted that she should not have shown up. But it just
No.
made me laugh that it was Chris Harrison that had to do the dirty work. You know what I mean? It was Chris Harrison that had to say, "Yeah, you're done." You know?
You're done here, buddy.
Yeah, no, and I mean, like, and most of the show, the show, if it's not already like destined to be streamlined, is being even more so by the fact that she's just not showing up to stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's
so
like
yeah,
the
no,
Lauren
I
Hill
mean-
of Bachelorette.
Because yeah, it's the cocktail hour. It was the group date. It was this, and I mean, it was half of the other. It was half of like the salvage group date if you also count the fact that she just spoke to her friend the whole time and
Yeah.
then made out with Dale.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
basically
That was awful. That was so
not even a
terrible.
thing. So yeah, so it's just it's not great. I can't tell
Yeah.
if Chris Harrison has nothing to do or way too much to do. You know,
Who
for the
knows?
fact that there's like no
Could be
show
both.
happening right now.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit.
Yeah, it's either the busiest or the slowest week of work he's had in a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess
So
it
what
really
comes-
depends
what-
on how much is he how much of like damage control is his responsibility for this. You know what I mean?
It's got to be none. It's
Right.
really
He's the
it has
host.
to be when the
He's
PAs
got
come to
something
him.
has to happen. And he must turn to like his producer and be like, "What do you want me to do?" And then that person's probably
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck are you looking at me for? I don't know."
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So this goes into what do we have after this? This is the roast. The next.
Yeah, the
group
next one
date,
is the
right?
roast.
It is a roast, which I can't tell if I like this idea or don't like this idea. First off, they give Margaret Cho, which is
That's
fucking
great.
terrific.
That's awesome.
That's a
Yeah.
great idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
they
no,
didn't
that's
let
a
her talk
great-
nearly enough.
No, without a doubt. But the point of this was to like kind of roll with the punches and like have a good sense of humor because Claire wants a good sense of humor, which is hysterical because she doesn't want
She
any
has
other
no
good
sense
quality.
of humor.
So so it starts off with they start to write some jokes about each other, but they find out that there's going to be a live audience, and the live audience is the rest of the guys in the house, which means Dale is coming back
And
to
originally-
another date.
And originally, everyone was really excited. They're like, at least Dale's not here."
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they
because-
did
Psych!
make a point of saying that. Now
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was before or after this date. I think it was before. Though the camera was back in the house and someone was talking to Dale saying like, "Hey, listen, I just want you to own the fact that you stole all that time and there was like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You went to steal time and you stole time. Just say you wanted to steal time." And Dale is still refusing
He
to
can't do it.
admit that he's like stealing
Doing
from
it.
everyone.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
again, what everyone wants them to do is if this is how it's going to be, just be an adult about it and don't be like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old child.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
And everyone's
yeah.
like, "Dude, it's cool. We all want to do what you do. Like just don't be a pussy about it." And he's just like,
And he's like,
"Oh,
"Oh, guys, we're not
no,
official.
no,
we're
it's
just
not."
like, just hanging out. It's nothing."
She
Oh, no,
he-
you're
she
not
just
fucking-
calls me fiance.
Yeah.
So the roast, the jokes naturally all targeted Dale.
You want to just jump
Probably
to Bennett?
because like, what happened?
I said you want to just move to Bennett.
Yeah, well,
let's
everyone
start,
basically
let's start
focused
with.
on. Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, it finally happened.
What?
Just a complete.
But then we
just
just both started talking and then stopped at the exact same time.
Yeah, just a complete breakdown. We went a
Yeah.
couple episodes without it. I was
Yeah, we
honestly
did-
because
we
impressed.
did-
it's
pretty good
because we
for-
have
for
no
all-
it's because we have no visual confirmation of us talking, because
Yeah,
no one wants to
fair.
do video. Moving
Well,
on.
I don't
Matt,
know.
who-
I'm looking at a picture of me, a picture of I think House. Donnie, what is your?
Oh, it is House. You've never know you
And
don't know
then-
you've never
and-
known what that is? It's someone like face warped House. I'm gonna see if I can find
Yeah.
a large picture of it. It's one of my it's probably my second favorite image on the internet. Like I don't know why. It's kind of just how I feel a lot of the time.
You feel like Hugh Laurie, but
no, just
if
that
his-
face, like
if
that
his
that
chin went up to his nose.
no, if his
face
chin
was a
if
butthole.
his chin went down to his belly button.
It's, it's all in perspective, huh?
Yuck.
It's all perspective, baby.
So,
But
Matt, please
so
go.
the roast. I just want to make a point of starting with Ben, not Bennett, but Ben, who is very nice. He's been like a pretty chill guy this whole time, and his roast is very benign. He doesn't go after really anybody. He goes the route of like nice roast, where he just makes jokes that literally nobody could take offense to. And
Right.
Claire makes a point of saying, like, I like Ben. He was able to make everyone laugh without being too harsh on anyone. Then later she'll contradict that, which is why I'm mentioning it. But then we go to Bennett, and you guys can talk about the finer points of his performance.
Yeah.
It was
So
good.
Bennett lit it up in the sense that like none of his jokes were particularly harsh except for one, and it was my favorite thing said all night, and it actually made me spit water out because it was so fucking unexpectedly funny. But it was just kind of like they were it was so weird because like the joke they were funny but the delivery was terrible. You know what I mean? Like they were like
Yeah.
dad
they
jokes
weren't
to the
good.
extreme.
Yeah,
And he was just trying to. He was doing
it
the
was-
Harvard smile right into the camera the whole time.
It was really
Yeah, it
clear that they wrote these jokes themselves, and they didn't have like the producers help them. Like they did it.
Yeah, no, for sure. But and it was just stuff about like how I honestly can't remember any other jokes besides the one that got me so fucking good. Which can I just say it? Because can I just
Oh,
get
yeah,
to it?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I don't want to bury
Like-
the lead anymore.
Yeah,
He says it looked like the boa constrictor from the Jungle Book.
Oh yeah.
Fucking crushed me because it
That's
was
a
just
very specific burn.
it was just sandwiched in between things that like were just like kind of burns, but they were just glancing off a little bit and they weren't really funny. And then it was just like, well, this. You look like the boa constrictor from the Jungle Book. This. And it was just like,
Now,
oh my god.
What he was referring to there was like the boa constrictor's like hypno eyes, because
Yeah, I think so.
because I guess he has Claire in a spell. I just liked the
I'll put a spell on
continuity.
you.
I like the continuity of the whitest guy in the house making a joke reference to a book that's all about British imperialism. I liked it a lot.
But and then he talked about like his what did he talk about? He talked about his suits more. I don't know.
Well,
it was
yeah.
exactly-
Well, in that discussion back at the house where they were trying to get Dale to own up to stealing like a total like hour and a half of time the night before, he said, well, I just thought that I was the best man suited to help Claire out when she was feeling upset about Yosef. And they said, what makes you think you're the best suited man? And then they all kept on like they kept using the whole phrase wrong. They kept saying like every permutation.
of
The suited best man, the best suited man, the best man
Yeah.
suited. But essentially, they just kept saying that and like interrogating him on that. And then
And
at the
Bennett
roast,
just took it literally.
Bennett said, if you're not the best suited man, if you want a crash course in suits, you could come to what did he call
Come
it?
to the Chateau-
Benet.
Chateau
Benet.
Benet, and then mic
Benet.
drops.
I'd let the man destroy my
Oh.
life. I'd let him ruin my life. I
So
really would.
funny. So
But
that
yeah,
was his burn.
Bennett's whole tight five was basically the roast equivalent of the you know what, I don't care that you broke your elbow meme, because it was like it was meant to be much harsher, but it just wasn't. With the exception
other
of
funny
Boa
thing to
Constrictor.
me is that Margaret
Okay.
Cho made a joke about him before everything started and said, Bennett, you look like they'll have a Making a Murderer, or they'll have a murder mystery podcast
Yeah,
based
true
on
crime
you
podcast
sometime
about
in
you.
the future. So that's a funny joke, but then also he spends his whole roast fixated on one guy.
Yeah.
So
And it was so funny because in between every single one, it was a talking head of Claire going, God, they're being so fucking mean to Dale. I hate this.
Why are they being so mean to Dale?
What did you
Yeah,
fucking
and-
expect?
And what gives this away also is that at the beginning of the date, she said, I love to laugh. I love to laugh a couple times. And people that do that exclusively don't like laughing and will actually have, like, they'll give you a very hard time for trying, typically.
They don't.
Oh, I love a
like
good time.
laughing.
I love a joke. I could take a joke.
No, you can't.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you can. So yeah, this then in the date wrap up, this launches Claire into a full on man on the street investigation into why nobody likes Dale.
And everyone's response is, I don't want to talk about this right now.
And
Please.
this starts with Ben, where she pulls Ben aside, who she complimented on his ability to not hurt anybody with his jokes, and said, hey, you were like uncharacteristically rude that whole time. Why was that? Why were you so mean to Dale?
Hey, why are
And
you
he was
so
like, I
mean?
really didn't think I was. And then she was
And he wasn't,
basically
which
just
is-
trying to bait him into talking about Dale.
Oh yeah.
And then but then she repeats this with every other guy that was on the date.
Yeah.
So-
She spends the
so
whole
now-
cocktail party just interrogating everyone else about Dale, and it's shitty, and it's so dumb.
And so not only did he steal all the time from the previous group date, but then he stole. I won't say stole because he wasn't there, but he took up all of the time in the following
Topic of
group date that
conversation.
He wasn't on. Which also the guys had it coming because the guys genuinely thought that if they made fun of Dale, Claire would then
Not like him.
not like him anymore.
Yeah.
Idiots.
But that didn't work.
No, it
Because
No, it
now
sure
she's
didn't.
just really defensive about him.
It sure didn't, and it was after this date. She like storms away, and it's just like, how could they can't talk about my fiance that way, like to a producer. And this poor producer's probably like, the fuck did you just say? Like, you can't say those things. You're mic'd.
Yeah.
You're literally mic'd, idiot. Like, don't do
yeah,
that.
she goes back to the guys after like really digging about Dale with every single one of them, goes back and then says, well, I thought you were all too rude tonight.
And I'm not
No
giving a
group
rose.
date rose.
No rose.
And then to the camera, she gives the rose to herself for
yeah,
being
in the
so
talking
poised
head.
and strong
Yeah.
and like
And
whatever.
thanks for showing up tonight, Claire, and gives herself the rose. So she
But you
just
didn't show up.
Fourth thing,
Like you
which
showed
makes
up
the fourth
physically,
thing-
but you
She-
didn't
she put
mentally,
that whole
because
group-
mentally you were still, in the hotel room with Dale. The whole
she put
time.
that
So
whole
you
group
showed
through
up
the
physically.
ringer.
Good job.
Through the absolute ringer, and
I
then
did
said
love-
no rose.
I did love
It's like,
that.
what?
Right before the I can't remember if it was the solo date or the group date. Right before that, she came in and she was like, "I slept great. I'm a new woman," and
Oh,
the
yeah.
subtext there was because Dale humped me into oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking like it's just insult to injury. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, no shit, because you were literally macking on Dale all night. That's why you slept so fucking good.
I know.
Yeah.
You're gonna
So
say this in front of all the other guys. I don't know. Just like
yeah,
come on.
and like you guys mentioned before, when she's leaving the group date after giving nobody a rose, then awarding the rose to herself during the one-on-one, the testimonial, she's walking away with like one of the on-site production assistants, who I guess are also like the mental health assistants. They check in on the showrunners on a daily basis.
Oh, for sure.
She was talking to her and saying, "Yeah, no, where do they get off?" Jokingly, where do they get off talking to my fiance like that?
Was
Ha,
she
ha,
joking?
ha.
Was she joking?
But
Was she joking? She wasn't joking.
she's not joking.
She's not
But
joking.
she's trying to joke about how extremely she feels, because I think even she's got to be at least a little
concerned.
nervous that she can't keep this in check.
Idiot.
Yeah,
It's really rough.
Things are it's just so weird. It's edited weird. Everything's weird about this season. It feels
all
off. It feels like a
sucks.
fucking fever dream. Like, I don't know. I
Yeah, the
can't.
dudes aren't having a good time.
No one's
Dale's
having
having
a-
a great time.
So is Claire, probably.
Dale is like, I'm about to fucking set personal record. I'm about to set like world records of The Bachelor. Like,
Well, he's also.
I'm
gonna-
about to. He's speed running The Bachelor.
He is.
The
He
Bachelorette.
is speed running the Bachelorette.
Hey,
But
everybody.
that's-
it's
but
also
that's what
everybody, it's
happens.
Dale,
But
it's
that's
Dale
what-
69. I'm
Listen.
going to show you guys how to speed run The Bachelorette. What you're going to want to do first is definitely
Cheat.
talk to The
Cheat,
Bachelorette
yeah.
on social media
Bef-
prior
dur-
to getting.
during the
getting
global
cinema.
pandemic quarantine. So what you're gonna want to do is
Now
cheat.
here you're gonna get a dialogue option for stealing time. Jam the fucking A button.
Yeah,
Steal all
A,
the time you
mash.
can. There's
Mash it.
actually a loose lock on the second door in the chateau. You're gonna want to take full advantage of that. Get inside the room
when you get
when
to
the
those,
other guys are spending.
when you
time
get
with
to
her.
those
And,
conversation
try
Now,
and
prompts.
get back to time.
Now, if you wake up at between 5 and 7 a.m., Bennett actually does leave his Chateau Benet unlocked, so you're able to get in there and steal some suits, and that's going to up your charisma. You're going to want to up your charisma as high as you possibly can, so that Claire falls in love with you quicker.
And when you get to those conversation points, you're gonna want to take a regular big pen and you're gonna want to run back and forth across the A button just a bunch of times. It's way faster
No,
than
you're-
trying to do it with your thumb.
Yep. Now you're gonna need to stealth mode, go to and lie and say you're going into the bathroom so you can get more time with Claire. You have to save before this point because it doesn't really depending on the rotation of the rest of the guys, you're not gonna get in there 100% of the time. So you definitely want to save before this so you can quickly load back if you do get caught by one of the other guys.
And the second time
And then
you
I
go
would
in
be
there,
remiss if I didn't say up, up, down, down, left, right, left.
And
right,
the second
38
time-
stars.
the second time you go in there with Claire, after you get interrupted again, there's going to be a quick time event so you can shuffle out the door without flashing your huge boner on national television.
This show needs more QTE. I've been
more
saying
quick
for how
time
long?
events. More quick
This
time
show needs more
events.
quick time events.
Oh,
So funny.
You
So
ready?
it's not going well.
It's not
And
good.
I mean,
we saw a
we've
bunch
also
of
had guys in the house talking about rumors. I don't know if the rumors are fed to them from showrunners.
I couldn't believe
I don't
where
know
they
how
were talking
I don't
about
know
that.
how
Where did those
big
rumors
government
start?
and like
Did
like
the
undercover
rumors start
the showrunners
before
get
they
with
cut
the
their
show,
cell
but
phones
there
taken
are
away
rumors
again?
in the house that Dale and Claire were talking previously on social media, which are also known rumors out
To
here
us.
in the real world where people
that
live.
we know about.
So yeah, I don't know if that's like mentioned in passing from the
Who knows?
production team to the
I
people
was
in the house,
definitely
or if that would be
shocked.
too much, but
I was definitely shocked when I heard like I think it was Easy or someone bringing up that rumor. I was like, whoa, how do they know that? Like that's wild.
yeah, it's and I don't know if that's just like an easy enough assumption for anyone to make, but like the show tries to keep such a tight, tries to keep such a tight lid on things that I don't know. So it's weird, but it's so it basically just it reeks of them already having had a relationship, not even a relationship, just
They
correspondence.
someone
before the
slid
show.
into someone's DMs. It's obvious. It's blatantly obvious. It's never happened like this, that there's just been like such drastic connection within the first 50 seconds of him getting out of the limo. Like that makes no sense. Unless
Even
she
then,
has
from a fucking
pre-existing
Instagram
knowledge.
DM.
I'm
know
not
what I
saying it
mean?
was one time.
Like
I'm
this
saying
is still not.
yeah, but they were
like
they knew about Claire. She may not have known about who her cast was, right? But they all knew who Claire was, and they knew that that's who they were supposed to go meet. Bachelor gets postponed for what, 4 or 5 months? You know what I mean? So it's like, did he? And then were they just texting and DMing back and forth? Like pretty easy to hide, really.
Party City had to shut down for a while there.
I mean, he definitely had time.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's very obvious that there was something going on there, and it's bleeding into the show. And if there was some sort of like plan to keep that under wraps, they're absolutely not executing on it well.
They are doing it. They're doing a very poor job.
And I don't know if Claire's intention was to try and run a fair season despite her chemistry, or if she was always just going to pick him and try and just have a good
run
like on the show and cash out.
Really seems like she was trying to run it.
Is she also just ran this guy through like budget beach therapy under duress an episode ago and made him like bare his soul. And how are you going
he's
to do
not
that
okay
with the
from
intention of sending him home very soon?
Right. And like I said, I do believe that she intended on running the season and picking Dale and calling it a day. But I think the producers having all of these things planned for her, I think it's been getting to her that she already knows that she wants Dale and that she's now has to go through all these motions with these guys. And it's just like, naturally, she's just gravitating to Dale.
Yeah, maybe.
That's how I feel.
It just
guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was kind of doing I never stopped playing Fall Guys this entire time, and I just got into the final.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I was playing Fall Guys the whole time.
Now, tell me this: in the time that we've been talking, have you gotten a single crown?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So you've wasted not only my time.
Did you get anywhere? Did you even get close?
No, the reason I stopped talking for the last few minutes is I was in the final round and I had to focus. Sorry.
What was the game? What was the final game?
Hexagon. It's the one where the floor you have a bunch of
tough final round. That's an
I've
absolutely.
I've won it multiple times. I've got 7 crowns. I'm basically a professional.
It's all about making big islands and taking small jumps. You do that and you're in.
Isn't
Guys,
that the secret of life?
Can we do it? Can we wrap up the league and
yeah,
move on?
Let's get the fuck out of here. We can play Among Us with Matt's mom.
Yeah, right.
Oh, she pushed back to 10:45.
Oh, we got time.
All right, we'll see.
What do you think she is?
Yeah, seriously. Does she think I have all night? So anyway,
she simply doesn't care.
league update.
Fantasy league.
Yeah, let me pull up the score sheet.
Yeah, please. I didn't know how much kid points are worth.
I think 7, but let me.
And
if it's 7,
roses,
that's really good.
regular roses are 5 or 10 points.
10.
Oh, so I got 23. Oh, cool. Oh shit! You know what I didn't
Kids
do?
is 7.
I did
Kids,
not.
kids at 7? Bang. That's awesome. What, Donnie?
Kid is.
I did not get our scores from last week.
I had 54. So if you guys remember yours, we're good.
No.
Was last week the first time we ran this?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have 28.
28. Oh, I had
Donnie, were you in
40.
the middle?
I had 44. 44.
Yeah, just pick one and we'll stick.
I had
with it.
44. I had 44.
44 sounds great.
I had 44.
sounds
I remember because I was adding 7 and 7 to make 40 something. So 44.
great.
So
44 sounds great. So
44.
I had
Nice, buddy. That's
let's
the
start.
most
I'm going to start here. Yosef had 3 kids points, steals time, so that's 26. Sent home early, which is minus 15, so that's 11.
Steals time from his kid if you count the time lost in their relationship.
Yeah, true, but I won't. So that's 11 total. Jay got me 10, and Jordan got me, I think, a curse point, so that's 22 total. So I'm at 76.
I believe I had
Alright.
44. I had 2 roses and some curse points. So that brings me to what? 23. So 67. Damn. Too short. So close.
All right. So for Zach, I have no rows and 1-on-1, so he lost me 25.
And sent home early, right?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Sent home early, so that's
Yeah.
30 points he lost me. I was going into this episode with 28 points, so that's already an immediate issue.
So wait, are
Now,
you
unless you guys, unless you
two?
guys want me to also take facing fear points for having strange people touch his feet.
What is
You know what?
fear points?
You know what? Fine. Did he explicitly say that I'm afraid?
He said he
of
was
people
high strung
touching my
and
feet?
it was uncomfortable for him.
I could take that as
No.
fear.
He even said he would. He said he would rather go jump out of a helicopter.
I'd say that's fear. Well, how much?
Ooh,
How
does
much
he
is
get helicopter-
how much
does
is
he get
fear
helicopter
points? No,
You
he does
know,
not
he
get
might-
he does not get helicopter
Now that you
points.
mention it,
If he gets helicopter points, I get helicopter points because my mom rode in a helicopter last month. So fuck you guys.
That's
awesome.
fucking cool.
Yeah,
Sick
she went to
burn.
Vegas. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway,
So, yeah, I don't know. You want me to take a fear?
Yeah,
points
take
or no?
fear
take your
points.
fear
Take
points.
fear
Hell
points.
Take your
yeah.
fear
So
points.
with that, right now I'm at 3 points for this. Oh wait, no, he got a rose in the first ceremony. I didn't count that. All right.
What do you mean you didn't
Good.
count that? You sure you didn't count that?
No, he didn't say
Yeah,
it before.
no, I was only counting the 1-on-1 and the sent home early.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So Easy got a rose, and that's all he did. And then we had Ben got a rose, and that's all he did. Somebody cursed. Hold on.
It was me.
Zach
Huh.
J cursed,
Okay.
and Easy stole time.
Okay. So you're like in the 40 range.
So let's see. Zach J curse is 1 point, right? And Easy stole time, but did not say steal time. He sheepishly walked in the room and went, "Is this okay?" So, where's steal time on the? Here we go. I made a
5.
spreadsheet, but I don't look at the spreadsheet often. All right, so I'm at 1 point. I'm at 11 points plus 28 is 39 points for the season.
Okay,
Okay.
kid. So it's 76, 67, 37. 39 or 37? What did you just say? 39. Matt?
Yeah,
39?
I'm back. Sorry, Kathy was 39. Kathy's
no
watching
problem.
This Is Us, and she's having an issue.
Is she okay?
I think so.
Did Milo come on screen?
That's a different movie.
Milo Ventimiglia is in This Is Us.
No, but he doesn't come on screen.
Yes, he does. Oh,
God,
okay.
I'll tell you in real
Okay.
life.
All right.
The only
All
person that
right.
comes on screen is Adam Sandler.
And Dale probably.
And Dale probably.
And possibly
Uh,
Dale.
No,
Which,
not
by the way,
possibly.
I don't know.
Probably.
Whoever's listening, if you follow me on Twitter, I came up with a nice game. If you're watching the season, anytime they mention Dale, which is a lot, just picture it being Dale from King of the Hill. It's a lot more fun. It's
Pocket
a lot
sand.
more enjoyable.
Way more pocket sand.
Way.
Yeah, way more pocket.
More pocket sand.
Way more conspiracy theories.
Way more references to Dale's dead bug. Stuff. I wish I could name more stuff about Dale.
Isn't Duff a Simpsons thing? I mean, I know it's a Simpsons
Dale's
thing,
dead
but
bug?
No, Dale's dead bug is his
That's his
Exterminator
extermination company.
yeah.
but did you
Don't
say
forget
Duff?
his son. What's his son's name that he adopts?
Well, that's John Redcorn's son. His son's
Right.
name is Joseph.
Joseph
Right,
Redcorn.
Joseph.
And there's Nancy and everyone's favorite Boomhauer and Bill, and I'm on the wiki page.
Do me a favor, can you just rattle off the King of the Hill character list
Is
for
it,
me?
called, is it called King of the Wiki? I have to know.
It's not.
It's not hit. That was the first theme song I learned on guitar, actually.
Same.
I get that.
I get that.
Let's see.
So do you guys have HBO Max?
Yes, I do.
Do you know that it has the full Adult Swim catalog?
Really, that's cool.
Like all the home movies, all of Samurai Jack, C-Lab.
I
You ever
would
C-Lab
love-
2021?
I'd love to go back and watch.
C-Lab 2021 is such a good show.
It is unbelievably funny. I'm watching it the other day, and like Morgan's working, and I forget what something happened, and she just goes, "How old is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's old. It's so old." Oh, you know what, Matt? You know what? Can you just play us out right now? Play us out, Matt. All right, everyone. It's been fun. It's been great. I love.
Close with the wrong word, but I regret nothing. It's all jazz, you know.
It's all jazz, baby. Oh, this says starting soon. Hold on. I do that every time. Yeah, there it is. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Keep it thorny, everyone.
Keep it thorny. You don't need to know where to find us or anything else.
We'll find you.
Yeah, don't find us. We'll find you. Can someone play that? Play the song out, please.
Again?
Yeah, just do it one more time. Yeah, it's not working. It's just sputtering. All right. Good night, everybody.
Last chord.